Welcome back to NBA Cinema. Today we got to talk about James Harden briefly and some of the things he's been doing over the last week or so, pretty much all summer. But this latest thing is he went to party at some club and he had the club holding up Daryl Morey as a liar signs. And it really shows how much the game has changed, because if David Stern would have seen something like that, then Harden would be subject to being suspended right away. Just disrespecting Morey. And the reason I'm not on the Harden train with this is because Morey is the guy that you got paid with. You're in this position because he believed in your talent so much. He signed you to the other previous max contracts. So looking at Harden, man, he's not worth max money anymore. He only was really, to me, the first time in Houston, but after that, he hasn't been a max contract level player. You know what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own. But he's achieved a lot of things in this NBA. Matt Barnes, KG, Paul Pierce, Stack 5, others, they were sitting at a round table and they were discussing man, you're going to be next out the league. Let's check it out.
I think James has to be careful because
he at that point now. We're here.
The NBA doesn't need him.
We're here.
The NBA doesn't need him no more. So the way, and I'm all for player empowerment, all of us are for player empowerment, but he forced his way out of Houston, forced his way out of Brooklyn. Now he's trying to force his way out of Philly. At some point, everyone's going to be and he's got so much talent and a lot of game left, could talk himself out of the league with his talent, which is crazy to think.
I think that a couple times when you wiggle your way out, bro, you only got about one or two wiggles. You ain't got no infinite, bro.
Especially when you get older.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
When you get older, that they put up with.
Yeah, come on, man.
When you young and you hot,
they put up with everything.
They're going to let you rock.
When you old and
shit,
1 foot out the door, it's like, all right, keep acting like that.
They're getting younger for a lot less. And we all feel like he has so much game left. He's not the player he was, but he's still that 19 and 10 type guy, so he can still play. So my thing with him is he just has to be careful. As good as he is, the way he's been wiggling, like KG said, you only get so many wiggles.
And that's real spill. And I feel like that's where we get with James Harden. You only have so many wiggles. You can't get your money and then want to leave your team. That's why someone like Dame wanting to do it this first time towards the end of his career, that's cool. Harden did it out of Houston. Okay, maybe he wants to go win. The Brooklyn, he wanted to land in Philly first and foremost. Let me preface that by saying that. But he lands in Brooklyn with Kyrie, KD. He doesn't like the fit with Kyrie, KD. He wiggles out of there. Gets to Philly where he wanted to go initially to get back with Daryl Morey. Now he's slinging mud on Daryl Morey's name, who's responsible for the max contracts that he has received up to this point. Just because he doesn't want to renegotiate and pay him like he's a 25-year-old Harden, you're mad. So now you want to go back to Houston. Houston said, no, we're committed to our youth movement. Now we have Amen Thompson. We brought in Fred VanVleet. We didn't want you. We wanted to make the deal for VanVleet. So, yeah, man, he's getting to that point. You look at what happened with Allen Iverson. You look at Melo. You look at a lot of other players that you feel like still had game and they were pushed out the NBA. Now, Melo, he forced his way out of Denver and didn't really force his way out anymore. But when that happens, when you can't just leave a team when you feel like things aren't going your way, because the grass is not going to be greener most times. You stick it out with an organization, you have a better chance, if it's a good organization, for them to include you some way in the future after your playing days. You look at him, AI, the whole thing where he ended up in Memphis and then he was trying to get back on in Charlotte and they wouldn't even give him a workout. And I think Harden is approaching that level because people see that you don't win championships with Harden, and some of that production in Houston was based off of high usage instead of him being him. And we saw him line up with Jimmy Butler, someone who everybody and their mama would have told you he was better than years ago. Jimmy then went to 2 finals, just came up short in the finals, but most importantly, he went head to head with James Harden, and James Harden had Joel Embiid on his team, and Jimmy still came out victorious. And dominated Harden, shut him down and outscored him. So that's what I'm saying about high usage. You can't see how many points someone averages and say that man is the better man every time. And Harden, people starting to see through that. I've been saw through it, but I think more basketball fans are starting to see through it. And I don't know, man. I like the man getting his money, but he's really not like that, in my opinion. Good player, but all-time great, best scorer ever, like they be saying. He's not that player. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.